A sunny day at the park turned dark when HOA Karen kidnapped my disabled daughter Lily from her wheelchair. She didn't know I'm the district attorney. Now I'll stop at nothing to save my girl and bring justice to the woman who tore our world apart. Before watching full video, comment below from where you watching. And also like and subscribe the channel. The sun shone bright over our little neighborhood park, casting golden light on the green grass and rusty swings. It was a quiet afternoon, the kind where you can hear birds chirping and feel a soft breeze on your face. I stood behind my daughter Lily, pushing her wheelchair gently back and forth on the accessible swing. She's 8 years old, and though she can't walk, her smile lights up my world. Her giggles filled the air, high and sweet, like music only a parent could love. This was her favorite thing, swinging with me, and I'd do it forever if it kept her happy. I'm a single parent, just me and Lily against the world. To everyone here, I'm just another mom or dad from the block. They don't know I'm the district attorney, a job I keep secret because I want a normal life for us. That day, I wasn't thinking about courtrooms or cases. I was watching Lily's tiny hands grip the swing's chains, her eyes sparkling with joy. She's so strong, stronger than me some days, even with all she's been through. I felt proud of her, proud to be hers. The park was our safe place. Kids played nearby, but no one bothered us. It was peaceful, like time slowed down just for me and my girl. I brushed a strand of hair from her face and whispered, "You're my everything, Lily." She laughed louder and my heart swelled. Nothing could ruin this moment, or so I thought. Then I heard it, loud footsteps stomping toward us, a sharp voice cutting through the calm. It was just another day at the park with Lily, I'd later tell myself, until she showed up. And everything changed. The park's peace shattered when she arrived. Her name was Karen, the head of our neighborhood's homeowners association, but everyone just called her HOA Karen behind her back. She was a short woman with a pinched face, always wearing a bright pink visor and clutching a clipboard like it gave her power. She acted like she owned the world, every tree, every bench, even the air we breathed. Her voice was loud, sharp, like nails on a chalkboard, and she loved bossing people around. Most folks avoided her, but that day she set her sights on us. Karen marched straight toward me and Lily, her sandals slapping the ground. I saw her coming and felt a knot tighten in my stomach. She stopped a few feet away, hands on her hips, glaring down at Lily's wheelchair. "This thing is tearing up my grass," she barked, pointing at the tire marks like they were a crime scene. "And honestly, kids like her don't belong here. It's not safe, for the normal kids, I mean." Her words hit like a slap, cold and cruel. I froze, stunned she'd say that out loud. People nearby turned to look, some parents, a few kids on the slide, all staring as Karen's voice grew louder. "This park isn't made for special cases," she shouted, waving her arms. I wanted to yell back, to tell her to leave us alone, but I bit my tongue. Lily's safety mattered more than my anger. I glanced down at my girl, hoping she hadn't heard, but it was too late. Her little face crumpled, eyes filling with tears. She whimpered, "Why is she mad at me?" and my chest ached like someone had punched through it. Karen kept going, ranting about rules and standards, oblivious to the hurt she caused. Lily's cries grew louder, her small body trembling in the wheelchair. I knelt beside her, stroking her hair, whispering, "It's okay, baby, I'm here." But inside I was breaking. How could this woman attack my daughter, my brave, beautiful girl, for just existing? I swallowed my rage, but it burned hot. Karen had no idea what she just started. Karen's face twisted into a sneer as she glared at me, her patience gone. "If you won't leave, I'll fix this myself," she snapped. Before I could react, she lunged forward and grabbed the handles of Lily's wheelchair. My heart stopped as she yanked it hard, spinning it away from me. "She'll be safer somewhere else," Karen muttered, her voice dripping with smugness, like she was doing us a favor. She started pushing Lily toward the parking lot, moving fast, her pink visor bouncing with every step. "Stop. What are you doing?" I shouted, my voice cracking as I stumbled after her. Lily's wheelchair jolted over the uneven path and she screamed, "Mommy! Daddy!" her small hands stretching out for me. Her cries pierced the air, desperate and terrified, and I ran faster, my shoes slipping on the grass. "Let her go!" I yelled, but Karen didn't even look back. She acted like I didn't exist, her grip tight on the chair. People stood around, moms with strollers, kids with soccer balls, watching with wide eyes. Some whispered, others frowned, but no one moved. "Help me," I begged, turning to them, but they just stared, frozen, unsure what to do. Karen reached her shiny red car, parked crooked near the curb. She fumbled with the door, then lifted Lily, wheelchair and all, into the back seat. My daughter's sobs grew muffled as Karen slammed the door shut and locked it with a loud click. I pounded on the window, my fists shaking. "Lily, I'm here," I cried, but Karen shoved past me, jumped into the driver's seat and started the engine. Tires squealed as she peeled out of the lot, leaving a cloud of dust behind. I stood there, breathless, staring at the empty space where my daughter had been. My legs wobbled and the world spun. She was gone, my little girl trapped with that woman, all because Karen thought she could teach me a lesson. Helplessness swallowed me whole, but deep down something else sparked: fury. She didn't know who I was, but she'd find out soon. The dust from Karen's car still hung in the air as I stood there, my mind racing. My hands trembled, but I forced them to move, digging my phone from my pocket. Lily's screams echoed in my head, her tiny voice begging for me. I couldn't just be a parent breaking down. I had power, a secret no one in this neighborhood knew. I dialed 911, my fingers clumsy, and when the operator answered, I didn't hesitate. "This is District Attorney, your name?" I said, my voice steady despite the storm inside me. "My daughter's been kidnapped. I need a unit now. Red sedan heading east from Meadow Park. Go." The operator stammered, surprised, but I hung up before she could ask questions. My chest felt like it was splitting in two. One half was a parent, furious, terrified, ready to tear the world apart to find Lily. The other half was the DA, calm, cold, already planning how to bury Karen under the law. I wanted her to pay, to feel every ounce of the fear she'd forced on my little girl. But more than that, I needed Lily back in my arms, her soft hair against my cheek, her giggles chasing away this nightmare. The two sides fought inside me, tearing at my heart. I ran to my car, parked just beyond the playground, and jumped in. The engine roared as I sped out, tires screeching on the pavement. My phone buzzed: "Police dispatch. We've got her on traffic cams heading toward Oak Street," a gruff voice said. "Units are closing in." I gripped the steering wheel tighter, my knuckles white, and followed the route in my mind. Every second felt like an hour. My pulse hammered in my ears, loud and fast, drowning out everything but the image of Lily's scared face. I pictured her alone in that car, trapped with a woman who didn't care about her. Did Karen even know how fragile Lily could be? Did she see her as a person or just a problem to fix? Tears stung my eyes, but I blinked them away. I had to focus, had to trust the police, trust my position. Being DA meant I could move mountains, but right now it felt useless. All my power couldn't erase the hole in my chest. I pressed the gas harder, whispering to myself, "Hold on, baby. I'm coming." Karen thought she'd won, but she'd just unleashed a force she couldn't imagine. The chase ended at Karen's house, a neat little place with a manicured lawn and a no trespassing sign out front. Her red car screeched to a stop in the driveway, and she climbed out, smirking like she'd won some twisted game. She yanked Lily's wheelchair from the back seat, pulling it roughly up the concrete path toward her garage. My daughter's head bobbed with every jolt, her soft whimpers cutting through the quiet street. Karen didn't even glance back, she thought she was untouchable. Then the sirens blared. Police cars swarmed in, lights flashing red and blue, tires crunching gravel. I slammed my car door behind me, my legs moving before my mind caught up. Karen froze mid-step, her smug grin faltering as officers spilled out, shouting orders. I didn't wait, I bolted past them, my eyes locked on Lily. She was still strapped in her chair, tears streaking her cheeks, her small hands clenched tight. "Mommy? Daddy?" she sobbed, and my heart shattered all over again. I dropped to my knees beside her, pulling her into my arms. Her body trembled against mine, but she was warm, alive here. "You're safe, baby," I whispered, my voice thick as I pressed my lips to her forehead. "I've got you now. No one's taking you again." Her cries softened, her fingers curling into my shirt, and for a moment the world was just us, my little girl and me, holding on tight. Then I heard Karen. She was yelling at the cops, her voice shrill and wild. "This is my property. I make the rules. That kid shouldn't have been at the park." She waved her arms, oblivious to the officers closing in. I stood, wiping my eyes, and turned to face her. Something snapped inside me, fear turned to fire. I stepped forward, close enough to see the sweat on her brow, and said, "I'm the district attorney. You just kidnapped my daughter. You're done." Her mouth dropped open, eyes widening as the words sank in. The pink visor slipped sideways, and her face drained of color, pale as a ghost. She stammered, "You're—" "No, I didn't," but the cuffs were already snapping around her wrists. An officer pulled her toward the squad car, her protests fading into nonsense. I didn't care. I knelt back down to Lily, brushing her hair back, and smiled. Karen had no idea who she'd crossed, but she'd learn, the hard way. Karen's reign ended right there in her driveway. The police snapped handcuffs on her wrists, her angry shouts turning to whines as they led her to the squad car. An officer approached me, his face grim. "We dug into her record," he said. "She's been trouble for years, threatening neighbors over petty rules, even forging HOA fines to pocket cash. No one ever fought back." I nodded, holding Lily close, her breathing steady against my shoulder. Karen had bullied this neighborhood into silence, but not anymore. Today she'd picked the wrong family. The street filled with noise, not sirens but people. Neighbors trickled out of their houses, drawn by the flashing lights. Some had been at the park, the ones who'd stood by while Lily was taken. Now they gathered near the curb, watching as Karen ducked into the police car, her head low. Then one by one their hands came together, slow claps at first, then louder, a wave of sound rolling through the crowd. A woman with gray hair stepped forward, her eyes wet. "We're so sorry," she said, voice shaking. "We should have helped. We were scared of her." Others nodded, mumbling apologies, their faces flushed with guilt. I didn't say much, just gave a small nod. Their regret couldn't undo the past, but it meant something. I carried Lily to our car, her wheelchair folded in the trunk. The drive home was quiet, the day's weight settling over us like a heavy blanket. At home I tucked her into bed, pulling the covers up to her chin. Her eyes, still red from crying, met mine and a tiny smile broke through. "You're my superhero, Mom/Dad," she whispered, her voice soft but sure. My throat tightened and I leaned down, kissing her cheek. "Always, baby," I said, barely getting the words out. She drifted off, her hands still in mine, and I sat there watching her sleep, her chest rising and falling. Being district attorney gave me power in courtrooms, but that wasn't what saved us today. It was love, fierce, unshakable love for my little girl. Karen could have faced anyone, but she got me, a parent who'd never stop fighting. The neighborhood was free now, and so were we. I squeezed Lily's hand gently, my heart full. This was my real strength, right here in this quiet room. Months after that awful day, I thought the worst was over. Lily was safe, back home with me, her laughter slowly returning. Karen sat in jail, awaiting trial, and I tried to focus on healing, on being the parent Lily needed. But then came the twist I never saw coming. A letter arrived from the court. Karen's husband, Richard, was a lawyer, a slick, big-shot defense attorney. He'd taken her case, vowing to free her, claiming she was just protecting the neighborhood. My stomach churned. This wasn't over. She'd hurt my daughter, and now her husband thought he could erase that with fancy words. As district attorney, I had a choice. Let someone else prosecute or step into the courtroom myself. I chose the hard path. I'd face them, Karen and Richard, because this wasn't just a case. It was personal. The trial day came and I stood tall, my hands steady as I laid out the truth. I showed the judge Lily's wheelchair tracks in the park dirt, played recordings of her screams from a bystander's phone, and described the terror in her eyes when I found her. My voice broke as I said, "She took my little girl, my disabled daughter, and called it a favor." The courtroom went silent, every face locked on me. Richard fought back, smooth and smug. He painted Karen as a misunderstood hero, saying she meant no harm. But I wasn't just a lawyer that day, I was a parent, carrying Lily's pain in my chest. I tore his lies apart, piece by piece, until the jury saw the real Karen, a bully who'd crossed a line. When the verdict came, guilty, I exhaled a breath I'd held for months. Karen got 5 years, her head dropping as handcuffs clicked shut. Richard's polished smile faded. He'd lost to me, the DA who wouldn't back down. The neighborhood changed after that. People waved at me and Lily now, their eyes soft with apologies they never spoke. The park felt lighter, free of Karen's shadow. That night, I tucked Lily into bed, her small hand curling around mine. "Is the mean lady gone?" she whispered. I kissed her forehead, tears slipping down my face. "Yes, baby. She can't hurt us anymore." Winning wasn't just about jail time, it was about giving Lily peace, showing her I'd always fight for her. Karen's tyranny was gone, and in its place I built a quiet promise. No one would break us again.